No, he's done.
He's got the takeout. He's got Uber Eats coming. There's no cooking.
How many more bad food puns can we make in this? We're gonna find out. Here's the deal. The Broncos are parting ways with Russ Wilson. They have not said as much, but they are, right? It has to be. They've benched him.
Wild.
Yeah.
I do. Perplexing.
Yeah.
What else do you say about this? It's just, this spells doom for contract management. That's all I can say. Like, why?
Yeah, this has been you look back at really the last couple of years of Denver Broncos, and it has been a comedy of errors, Dirk. All of this could have been spared. Even if Denver makes the trade for Russ, even if Denver hires Nathaniel Hackett, all of this could have been spared if George Payton just would have said, you know what, I'm not going to give you a big contract extension before you played it down for us.
Well, and here's the other thing I just don't understand. So you're still in playoff.
Yeah.
I get this for contract reasons, but you're still in playoff contention. You potentially could win the division title, which you have the tiebreaker on. Kansas City looks terrible right now. They're probably going to lose this weekend, and Patrick Mahomes is probably going to fill a bucket with his tears. At this point, why just from the season perspective? Secondly, it's not even Russell Wilson that's causing Denver to lose games right now. I would say play calling and clock management is the number one issue from last week. You get the ball with 1:39 and you turn the ball back over with more than a minute left in the game and it's tied? This is why you can't have coaches play calling and being the head coach at the same time. Someone's got to be doing management of the clock, and Sean Payton sure wasn't. Bad play calling, and I honestly think Russell Wilson was kind of in contention for the comeback player of the year. Why are you doing this? It doesn't make any sense, and you're also tanking any trade value that's there. It's $85 million in dead cap space.
Yeah.
This is just bad all around. It smells bad for the Broncos, and it's terrible for the fans. The fans are just going to have a riot about this. Mike, I'll turn it over to you, but I don't even know where to begin with this.
The weird part, the challenge with Russ is he never had a whole lot of trade value because someone was going to have to eat that contract. And he's been decent this year. I have to say, he has been decent. Not good, but decent. And statistically maybe good. He has 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions and 3 more touchdown rushes. So he's accounted for 29 touchdowns this year against 8 interceptions. That's not that bad. Now, yes, his yards per pass this year are the lowest of his career, and there's been a big drop-off from the Seattle days.
That's a lot of play calling. That's not as much. It's scheme-based.
It's a bizarre dilemma, Dirk, because you see it on the All-22. Yes, Russ is missing guys left and right who are wide open, but he's also making plays, and he's done enough to keep the Broncos in contention here and there, which makes this all the more bizarre. Here's the funny thing, Dirk. There is an episode of Seinfeld towards the very end of the series where George basically is getting forced out of working at Play Now. He's faked being handicapped, and he has apparently some sort of a contract. And the boss is trying to get him to leave. He's like, if you leave right now, I'll give you half your salary. And George says, but if I stay, I get all of it. Well, Dirk, I think that's where Russ is kind of at. He holds all the leverage now. They can't get him to just renegotiate his contract, or you can't get it because they guaranteed him all of this money, and Russ holds all the leverage. At this point, Russ could just float away on his golden parachute into retirement.
Well, the real question here: do you think he keeps his office in the locker room? How awkward is that? But on a more serious note, I think that this has significant implications for the way that general managers are going to start pivoting from QBs and paying QBs these baseball-like salaries. It's almost like Ohtani got signed here with some of these things that are coming out with Mahomes and Josh Allen and whatnot, because it puts you in such a predicament when things aren't going well. Now, if things are going well, and you can draft really well, and you're just hitting draft after draft pick, you're able to sign rookie salaries and get a lot of production, money ball type of things, while still having a star player keeping everything together. that's just not the way that things are working. We're seeing time and time again that this just doesn't pay off, especially when the balloon payments come back in. I mean, Mike, this almost looks like 2008 and subprime mortgages are starting to get called, and the balloon rates are going up, and everybody can't afford their house, and it's going to be fire sales. But
you guys thought you were tuning into a sports show. We got gloom and doom for you, baby. Here's the thing, Derek. If I was the Broncos, I would at the very least insist that Russ becomes like the social media manager or something. Like, make him work for that money in some capacity.
Oh my God.
Because now he just gets to take it and sort of do whatever. And if he wants to, he could sign for the league minimum for some team and compete for the starting job if they release him. Which is probably what's going to happen.
Maybe they'll have Russ just for the next 4 years under his contract, right?
Yeah.
Just do let's ride seconds.
That would be their punishment for him. They're going to keep on doing these. I will say this, Dirk. I don't know if it's going to happen. And I think the truth is always somewhere in between. I think both parties are difficult. It sounds like the Broncos front office and Sean Payton are difficult. It sounds like Russell Wilson is difficult. That's based on his time in Seattle as well. Pete Carroll's also difficult. You know what I mean? So, like, the truth is always in between. What I could foresee happening, I don't want to pitch to you. Could Russell Wilson be a Pittsburgh Steeler under Mike Tomlin next year? Is it possible?
Not with the salary.
Well, Tomlin's going to be able to pay him the league minimum. Russ, they're not picking up that contract. Yeah. Russ, the Broncos are paying Russ.
Yeah.
If they release him, could Pittsburgh pick up Russ at the league minimum and give him a go?
God, if that happened, I would say that they win the AFC North next year.
Do you want to know who another potential candidate is?
Who?
This would be probably the ultimate smack
Seattle?
in the face for the Broncos.
Go back to Seattle?
He could, but no, I've got another one in mind. What if the Las Vegas Raiders pick up Russell Wilson at a league minimum, and Russell Wilson is facing off against the Broncos next year?
Revenge story.
2024 is shaping up to be a weird, wild year. We'll be with you for it. Christmas season. I'm in, the mood for giving. So I got you a little present, and I've got it right here. Merry Christmas, buddy. Here's some nice, Danger Russ socks right there, baby. Yeah, I think that those price tagged at TJ Maxx are about $5.99. I think those are going to the $1.99 bin here pretty quick.
You get the fire sale Russell Wilson.
Yeah, exactly. I bought high. You might want to sell low. Here we are. Russ, please don't sue us. We're just having fun. And also, you're getting enough money. So